and welcome to NDTV Auto. We are at the launch of Harrier EV. The product was launched at starting price of 21.49 lakhs, and the person who was spearheading the development of Harrier EV is with me, Mr. Anand Kulkarni. Thank you so much, Anand, for joining us. First question to you is, the pricing looks quite attractive. You have two battery options. I'm assuming the starting price is, of course, for 65 kilowatt hour battery. But, you know, there was so much that you told us, layers. So give us, what do you think is the ultimate selling proposition for Harrier?
I think I said this in the presentation, but the customers are people who are wanting to regain freedom. They're wanting to relive, reawaken, re-express, reconnect with people. And the Harrier EV is more of an emotion to be able to get that. And we've done that through a host of innovative features that allows people to experience capability, experience connectedness, experience the technology, experience the comfort, all within the car. And I would like to say that today we all want to experience the car as a third space in our life. And if the third space could be as comfortable, as secure, as capable, as safe as our homes, then nothing like it. So can we give that kind of a feature? Can we enable those kind of deliveries into the car? That's been our mission, that's been our motive. And there you go. You have the technology enabled, innovative design, the Harrier EV.
You know, one question I have, first of all, for our viewers' sake, is it the same platform as Harrier ICE or is it a different platform?
So this is a completely different platform from Harrier ICE.
So it's not like you took Harrier ICE, changed it and made it EV?
You can't.
Exactly.
Because when you do a pure EV, you have to make a space for the largest size of the battery and then start to build the vehicle and the entire thing around it. That's precisely what we have done. Because when you start changing rear suspensions, when you start modifying front suspensions, when you start modifying the floor, when you start modifying the structures for safety, when you start modifying the side sills for side pole impacts, what remains?
Yeah.
Nothing. So it's a completely new architecture, something that is developed and created for the active EV, which is only a pure EV platform.
So you will call this a born EV product?
So we've called it in the past as a pure EV product.
Yeah.
I think born EV and pure EV are
close.
They are takes of the same technology perspective. I don't think it is close or far or anything of that sort. But we've called our technology as the pure EV platform. The active EV is a pure EV architecture, and therefore it is.
Okay.
In fact, this I've also said that over and above the active EV, we've seen how each of the dimensions of the architecture goes up in terms of delivering capacity, capability, adventure, those kind of emotions. And therefore, this is an active EV plus in that sense. And that's what we are calling it.
Okay. Now, you know, people, lots of car manufacturers have used the look of an EV also as a way of attracting people, which is radically different. However, you have gone with a more conventional look for Harrier EV. Why did you not think about changing just the way this car looks, besides, of course, few changes that you have done?
This is a commonly asked question, and I think, Mugdha, there are two types of customer preferences. Some people who would like everything new, whether or not the underpinnings change is a different matter. Some people would say, I'm very comfortable, very familiar, very acquainted with a form that is iconic, that a form that has been for some time, and I see this as an expression of my own requirements, my own emotions. But I want it to be in an electric avatar and designed specifically for an electric vehicle. Now, you could have chosen either of these two approaches. We've chosen the approach where we've gone with the familiarity and we've modified the entire underfloor. This gives us certain benefits. The benefits are in terms of retaining the familiar face, the familiar shape profile of something that is doing extremely well. It's recognized in the market, but more importantly, it allows us to leverage manufacturing facilities. It allows us to leverage some other components, which then improves reliability, productivity, and the quality. All of that. So I think you have two different approaches to address two different set of customer preferences.
Okay. So with Harrier.ev, you have also given various very new features.
Yes.
What was the thinking behind that, and how much effort did you have to put in getting new suppliers and new tying up new partnerships?
So I want to actually take a step back, and I want to tell you that what I spoke today about the car being a third space, we have to imagine and envision what would a car as a third space mean. And when we applied ourselves to that thought, then certain things started coming out. So we have APA, automated park assist. We have the EIRVM. We have additional features like rim protection. So all of these things need time. They need development, collaborative expertise. And today we had 4 or 5 of our suppliers come on stage and talk about how the collaboration has worked. It's certainly not something that you can do all alone, but I think our supplier partnerships are so strong that we've been able to deliver this in a very, very positive and a very, very effective manner.
You know, you've just declared the starting price.
Yeah.
Now, the higher end, what is your pricing strategy going to be for the entire lineup?
So you'll have to hold on a little bit for declarations on all those things. I think it was more important for us to, we've been working towards electrification for, and accessible electrification as well. And therefore it is important for us to announce what is the accessible price that we have today. Hold on for a little time, and we'll give you those details as well.
But something that you have disclosed is this unlimited warranty. How did you do that?
That's a very interesting one, because see, when you have battery sizes as large, then what it means is, and these are LFP batteries, so they have a certain number of charge-discharge cycles. When you multiply the number of cycles that you have by the actual range that you're going to get on the cars, the number of kilometers that you get is phenomenal. And you of course have to do enough number of validation and checks to make sure that that comes true, but we have finished all that. If it's possible to do that, why wouldn't we want to give the peace of mind to our customers? And with that thought process, we have given unlimited warranty on the battery packs, because people have a lot of worries whether this battery pack will sustain the entire lifetime or not, and so forth. So let's take this worry off. If it's a means of giving confidence to people, giving more assurance to people, let's do it.
Okay. Now, on the mechanical side, you have given what kind of ride can people expect? And the other point I wanted to ask is the range. You said 627 kilometers claimed range. Realistically 500 kilometers, 480 to 500 kilometers for the 75 kilowatt hour battery.
Correct.
How confident are you that this is the range that average customer will get?
So this is a C75 number. And the C75 number is, I can never say that 100% of the people will get this range, because it's just impossible. But 75% of the people will get this. The variation in that number, the band in that number is also because of temperatures and drive conditions, drive terrains, so and so forth. But by and large, this is a number that people will get. I am absolutely confident about this.
And on that unlimited warranty, will it be valid for the first buyer?
So there are conditions, and yes, the unlimited warranty will be applicable for the first owner or first buyer. So we will come to those more details as we go on. Yes.
All right. Now, now let's talk about the ride quality that you were talking about. So, why did you have to change the suspension, and what is the impact of that?
When you look at a vehicle of this footprint and you are wanting to do a large battery size, then it changes the mass distribution of the car. And when you are also wanting to build capability, if it's a small car, doing a 50-50 weight distribution is not a problem. But when you're doing a large car, and you are wanting to make it capable, then you want to also take care of the weight transfers that can happen on slopes. In which case, you can have enough power on the motor, but you cannot have enough traction on the tires because of the weight transfer. Therefore, a rear wheel drive always becomes a primary drive. Now, when you have a rear wheel drive, you need to have it as an independent suspension, because A, that allows you to package it more efficiently and effectively, and B, it also means that it gives you better comfort, better ride, better controllability. So that is why the entire rear suspension was redone to impart a higher level of comfort, but also to make sure that the rear drive unit gets accommodated properly.
All right, Mr. Kulkarni, thank you so much for
Thank you,
taking time
Mugdha. It's
out
been a
and
pleasure.
talking.
Thank you.
Thank you.